Hello, hello, Limitless CEOs. Em here this afternoon. How's everyone doing? How are you doing? Sorry, I've got some messages coming up here. Oh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this conversation. So, for those of you that are new to our world, I guess I'll start off by introducing myself. If this is the first time that you're catching me live here on the TLC page, hi, I'm Em, and my role in the Limitless CEO is that I am a growth strategist, brand creator, and business igniter. So my role is really to help you get clear on your vision for your business and where you're going, help you with the strategic direction to know exactly how it is that you're actually going to get there, and to provide you with the clear action steps so that you've got the confidence to make those moves. So that's my role. I can see Ali Mortimer has just joined. Oh, good. You can tell me if I've still got my lunch in my teeth. You know how you have that panic moment when you go live and you've just had your lunch and you think, I bet I've got a bit of spinach or something up there. Hello. All right. Well, quick introduction then, ladies, on what we're going to be talking about today. And what I want to share is around at what point in personal branding does it get too personal? And how much of you and your personal life do you really need to share in your business? And one of the questions I get asked a lot by my clients is, how do I protect my privacy? And particularly privacy of my family, particularly if you've got small children as well, like I have. I've got a toddler. So obviously I'm concerned about her privacy, but still be able to be really authentic in my business, and particularly in the way that I'm showing up on social media, so that you do get to see all of me and you do get to know me. And the thing is, like, some people's social media is like a reality TV show, and, you know, other people's social media is completely all about the brand. It's all about like the product and the service within the brand. And you actually don't get to see anything about the person behind the brand at all. Like, there's many instances where there are brands out there and you don't get to see the owner or the people that are operating the brand. You just purely get to see the product. So there's almost like two very different ends of this. And my feeling is like, there's also situations where, you know, some people really enjoy being visible on social media. They enjoy putting themselves out there. And there's others that find that super, super scary. And at the same time, some people also love the whole creative process around social media and actually creating the content for social media, while others find that really tricky and really draining. So we've almost got these like two ends, and we have to decide where we're going to be within that. Like, what feels right for us, what's right for our business. And I'm just going to share my personal thoughts on this, because I do think this is a personal choice. I truly do. But my personal feeling on this, in terms of where I've got to with it, is that you only need to share on social media to the level that it supports the evidence for what you do, if that makes sense. Meaning that, like, what you share about your personal life on social media is really only relevant if it's showing your potential clients what you can do for them. Okay, so in my instance, like, I'm a growth strategist, I'm a brand creator, I'm a business igniter. Okay, that's what I do. I'm a business coach. And my clients, they come to me because they want to build an incredible brand, they want a profitable business, and they want they want to know how to do that. So my social media is, above all things, about positioning me as that expert that can show people exactly what I can do for them, how I can help them. And that's why my content is very educational. And, you know, I try and inspire people on what I've achieved in business to show them what's possible for them. And I give my personal point of view on the things that I know my clients are struggling with and that really, really matter to them. So it's about sharing that wisdom. And Ali always tells me, like, my role is to be a lighthouse. It's to guide people. Okay, so that's what I'm here to do. So that's what my social media needs to be all about. It doesn't need to be a reality TV show of my private life, because my clients just need to be able to see from me what I can do to help them. If that makes sense. So I guess my question is then, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? Because I want to be known for my work. I want to be known for my work, my strategies. I want to be known for my business mind and for the work that I do to help my clients grow. That's what I want to be known for. And so what I've noticed recently is that my personal brand has become perhaps a little bit more of a professional brand, and less of a kind of true personal brand, because it's very focused on the services that I offer and what I do. And that doesn't mean to say that I don't share anything about me. In fact, I share lots about me. I share lots of snippets from my personal life. I let them creep into my social media because I want you to know me. I want to know you, and I want you to get to know me. I want you to know that I am a mother. I am a mother of a toddler, and I'm doing this work and I'm living this life and balancing and juggling, being a mother at the same time. Because if you can see me do that, then you know that that's possible for you too. I want you to know that I'm a wife, and that I have Jolie in my life, and that we're doing life in partnership. I want you to know that I'm a lover of luxury travel and beaches and sunshine and all of those good things. And I want you to know that I'm a wellness and a fitness fanatic as well, because these are all the things that we can connect on, that you can relate to me on some level. And this is where the personal piece of the sharing and the behind the scenes is really powerful, because it means you get to know me as a person, and you start to hopefully not just know me, but also come to like me, and then ultimately trust me as well, because you know me. And my feeling is like there's two ends of this spectrum, really, and there's two trains of thought at either end of the spectrum in terms of using social media to and sharing your personal life in order to attract audience and engage your audience. So the first train of thought is that people buy from people. Okay, how many times have we heard that? People buy from people. And I believe that there are actually times when the trust that's created between a business or a brand owner and her audience is so strong that she could literally be selling anything, like literally anything, and people would still buy. Like she could literally be selling her secondhand socks that she hasn't even washed yet, and people would still be all over it. Kylie Jenner sticks her used pants on the internet for freebies, and everyone's lapping it up. It's madness. Okay, there are times when influencer is so strong that you could be selling anything. Okay, because this is why like the product and the service is not as important as the personal connection, not as important as the relationship. But that obviously requires a lot of relationship building and a lot of getting to know that person and a lot of trust. And that's where it does become important to be sharing those things that people can connect with you on. Not your whole life, but the things that are important for people to connect with you on. And I suppose the other train of thought then is that people buy solutions. People buy from people, but also the other chain of thought is people buy a solution. So I believe there's times when people buy the solution that they want and need, and if they see something that they absolutely love and they want it so badly, they genuinely don't give a shit who they're buying it from. And there's a real difference in this approach, because this actually requires a massive amount of confidence in the quality and the uniqueness of the product and service, much more so than if you're buying into the relationship. It becomes much more about the quality and uniqueness of the product and service. Okay, so we've got these two chains of thoughts, and everywhere in between as well. So I guess to give you some examples then, if you're a health coach, for instance, and people are looking for somebody out there that's going to help them to become fitter, stronger, lighter, leaner, more energized, all of those things, and people are looking for that person that can help them to achieve that, then that's what they're going to be looking for in you. So that part of your life is going to become very important to share. It may be less important for you to share, what you're doing on the weekend with your family, unless it's related to what you do for your clients. But people definitely want to know what you're eating. They definitely want to know how you're calming your mind. They definitely want to know how you're working out your body, because those are the things that you're going to be doing for them. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're in that health industry and you've got an app that you can take a photo of your plate and it literally uploads all of the tracking information into MyFitnessPal for you, and you don't need to spend hours like dicking about uploading, scanning barcodes and working out how many grams you've had of everything, then I think people don't care so much about who they're buying that for, because the product is selling itself. That makes sense. There's a lot of people that don't like Elon Musk, but they still buy Tesla cars. Okay. There's a lot of people that didn't like Steve Jobs and are probably watching this live video on an iPhone right now. Okay. Because it was all about the product and less about the person. Here's another example. If you're a relationship coach, I fully expect I expect to see you like openly navigating the ups and downs of your relationship quite publicly, because it's what you do for people. So it's relevant to share. I probably don't care so much what the picture you've taken for your lunch, because it's not so relevant to what you do. Is this making sense? But at the same time, let's look at the other side. If you're a relationship coach, but you're selling a magical pill that makes men instantly pick up their pants and put them in the laundry basket, then I don't care who you are. I'm going to buy your product because it's unique and because I want it. And, if you're a sleep coach, then you probably got drifted off somewhere by now and forgotten to even do your live. So what I'm getting at is that that what you're sharing needs to have relevance to what you do. It needs to have relevance to what you can do for your audience. And that's when it becomes powerful. That's when it creates those points of connection that people will build relationship with you on. So, okay, so we've talked about like how much of you do you share, but then how do you also, if you're like me and you're a very private person, how do you inject authenticity into your brand without feeling like your privacy boundaries are being stretched and pushed? How can you do that from a branding perspective? So I would say the first thing is like the mission of your business. Okay, what the mission that your business is all about, like what you actually stand for. Make it personal. Like your mission is really an outward declaration of your own personal vision for your life. Like what you want to achieve for your life is often your mission for what you want to help other people to achieve. So it is personal. It's what you stand for. And that's what you make your mission in your business, is what you stand for, your mission and your movement. Okay, that's what we mean when we talk about the mission and movement. So it gets to be personal. Okay, it gets to be about what change you're wanting to see in the world, that you're taking ownership for creating through your brand. So that's one way when you can be really authentic. The other thing I would say is like, put yourself in the picture, put yourself in your brand. Like so often I see Instagram feeds and they're full of stock images and like random people that have got nothing to do with the business. If you're the owner of the brand, if you're the one delivering the service, I want to see you. I want to see your face in the picture. So get yourself some lifestyle shots, some nice professional photos that you can bring out into your grid that show you in your natural state. And I think that's the key thing here, is they've got to be you in your natural state. If you're having photos taken, on the beaches in LA somewhere, and that's your brand, except you actually live in a small town in England, in the countryside, and you can mostly be found wearing your wellies, your hunters, and, walking the dogs across the field, then that's not authentic. But it is authentic for you to be seen in your natural environment, in your natural way. So put yourself in the picture, and don't be afraid to take your own photos as well. Like they don't always need to be professional. You can be raw and unfiltered. People want to see the real you. I would also say you can inject authenticity by being very clear on the values of your brand and talking about those values often, and even creating experiences around those values. We recently did a series called My Limitless Life, where we actually took you through some of our core brand pillars, the things that matter most to us, which are freedom, wealth, health, and happiness. So you can actually use your values to create content for your brand that other people connect with as well. So that's another thing. I would also say authenticity comes through in the way that you speak as well, authenticity in your voice. So speak like you're speaking to your best friend. Drop the buzzwords, drop the performance, and just try and be as authentic to your own tone of voice and your own manner of speak. Like if you're a bit edgy and you drop the F-bomb often, then be edgy and drop the F-bomb. If you're actually quite polished and very well spoken and quite presentable and all of those things, then be that for your clients, because the real you is exactly what people want to see. I would also say authenticity comes from being vulnerable in your content from time to time. So not being afraid to share some of the experiences that you've been through that you know that your clients are potentially struggling with as well. And I don't mean do a Harry and air your dirty laundry all over the public forums and social media. I mean, like, share the lessons, like share the experiences that have been so transformational for you. Share the hindsight. That's what people want to use, your hindsight as their foresight. So being vulnerable is authentic. And there's nothing wrong with vulnerability when it's done in the name of authenticity. So that's probably a wrap for what I wanted to share with you today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Like, are you leaning more towards personal brand, where you're very comfortable in terms of injecting a lot of your personal life into your brand? Or do you feel like you're leaning a little bit more towards the professional brand, where it's more about the service that you offer and the quality of your product and service? And in which case, has this created that kind of aha moment where you realize that maybe you need to lean a little bit more towards raising the quality and the uniqueness of your product, because actually you're not different, you're not differentiating yourself enough that it then becomes all about you? Or actually, do you want to inject more relationship and really raise those relationships in your business by injecting more of your unique authenticity into your brand? Like, I'd love to know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please feel free to drop into my DMs, ask me questions, let me know your thoughts in the comments, anything about this that has really resonated with you in terms of how personal does your personal brand get, and which side of the fence do you feel like you're sitting on right now? Are you in the reality TV show camp where you just love to share, or